Welcome back, beautiful people. So starting off with primer today, the usual one, the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm. We're going to smooth that all over the face, getting a nice even application and waiting for it to get tacky before we move into foundation. For foundation today, we're using the FitMe Hydrate and Smooth. So we're going to keep it simple today and not mix anything. I'm using my favorite color in this one right now, which is 120 Classic Ivory. It's a pretty much perfect match for me. So we're going to do just a nice light layer of the Hydrate and Smooth foundation. It's sort of sheer to medium coverage. Maybe a little bit more than sheer. It's kind of like medium coverage, but it is buildable if you do like full coverage. You can kind of layer it up if you have some redness. For concealer, we're using the Age Rewind in the shade Light. We're going to apply that in all the usual places, so under the eyes, smoothing it out and getting a nice, even triangle. And then I'd like to take it up the sides of the nose and onto the forehead, the lip, around my nose, the corners of my mouth, my chin, and my jawline. And then blending all of that in with the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. I love this sponge to death. For drugstore sponges, and I haven't tried the e.l.f. one yet, but I've tried all the rest. This is my favorite. I've bought some cheap ones from like Forever 21 before. They're usually pretty hit and miss. I'd say miss more often than not. Shoppers has a decent one in the Quo sponges, Quo, I don't know how you say that one, but the purple one, the only thing with the purple one, it doesn't have enough of a point to like really get under the eyes. You have to kind of squeeze it, but other than that, it's great. Baking with the Rimmel Silky Loose powder today. I've been loving this powder instead of the Fit Me Loose setting powder lately. It's way more finely milled. It is translucent, which that's the reason I like the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder, is because it does have a bit of coverage, so you can sort of brighten up using that. But yeah, lately I've just been kind of feeling the translucent powder. I like how silky and easy it is to set. And today I'm going to set my entire face pretty much in this powder before just doing a quick fluff over with my usual foundation brush and then going into bronzer. So, like I said, yep, just setting the rest of the face, the nose, the forehead, all around the mouth, the chin. Once I've done all that, I'm going to go into a fluffier brush. Oh yeah, do the eyelids first. And then go into a fluffier brush and do the jawline, and basically, like I said, just the rest of the face. Do you guys set your whole face? Is that a thing? I definitely do. I've been setting my whole face for as long as I can remember, but I know some people, like some of the beauty gurus that I follow, they only set like under their eyes, maybe like in their T-zone, like their forehead, down their nose, around their nose, just a little bit. But that's it. And for me, it's like I cannot do that. I have to set my entire face. So going in, I guess I lied. I'm not using the Rimmel powder to set my entire face. I am going in with the Fit Me setting powder. So this one's in Set and Smooth, and I'm just taking that and going all over the face with it. I hate this powder because it creates, like, after you've been using it for a while, there's kind of like a layer on the top of it, and your brush won't pick up any more product. So I just scraped it off with a spoolie, and kind of created like a loose powder, and then used that to set the rest of my face. And I do like this powder because it's kind of tan. And then I'm going to brighten up. Today I just got this powder. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I've been so excited and waiting for shoppers to get this for so long, and they finally did. So yeah. To contour today, I'm going to use the MegaGlo contouring palette from Wet n Wild in Dulce de Leche. I absolutely love this contouring palette. I don't always contour, but every once in a while, like especially right now, I'm really sick. I'm not like really sick, but I have like a head cold and it sucks, and I just feel kind of like I look crappy when I'm sick. So I like to contour and just kind of take my makeup the extra notch upwards. Like I'll do a contour, I'll use like a really slick highlight, and then I'll feel at least like I look better. And then just quickly throwing on my favorite lip gloss from the drugstore. This is the Revlon Lustrous Lip in Rosy Future. I have two favorites from these. There's Supernatural, or Au Natural. I think it's called Supernatural. And then this one, Rosy Future. The Supernatural just like doesn't have a sparkle in it. And then, yeah, can you guess the butter bronzer that I'm using today? It's always the same. It's going to be the same bronzer in pretty much every single video that I do for the next 6 months. Until I start getting all those bougie ones from Sephora, and then maybe I'll switch it up. But from the drugstore, this is definitely the best bronzer that you can buy. The butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. Then I'm going to use my favorite blush duo, the Essence Mosaic blush, to get a little bit of color all over the cheeks. I'm dying to try their satin blushes. They have this really cute peachy one that I want to pick up, so expect to see more of those soon. And then topping it off with the butter blush from Physicians Formula in Natural Glow. This one has like a peachy undertone and then a gold shift. Talking about gold shifts, Master Chrome highlighters. I always mix the two, the Molten Gold and the Molten Rose Gold. So if you see a video where like this, it says Molten Gold, just know that I'm using both of them. I don't ever really just use one unless I'm doing like an all pink look, and then I'll use the Molten Rose Gold, or doing like an intense bronzy look and I'll use Molten Gold alone. So just know that. I like to mix my highlighters. I like when they're a little bit unique, or I don't know, I like mixing. I like mixing everything. Liquids, powders, you name it. I'm a mixer. Maybe it's because I'm a bartender. And then let's step into the eyes. So contouring out the eyes a little bit, starting with our transition color, I'm just going to use my bronzer. I love to take my old bronzer like this, where I've hit pan and it doesn't really work with a big fluffy brush anymore, and use that with blending brushes onto the eyes instead of using my brand new one. So this is how I kind of just use up the entire product. And then for eyeshadow palette, CoverGirl TruNaked palette. You guys know these are some of my favorite palettes if you've been watching my videos since the beginning. I'm doing a really, really simple, high shine, glossy look today. I'm trying to match the sparkle of my shirt. So just taking the lightest shimmer shade in the palette and starting that off all over the lid, the brow bone, the inner corner, Cupid's bow. I love matching my eyeshadow highlight, like inner corner highlight, to my Cupid's bow highlight and the tip of my nose. That's something I almost always do. Just a little tip from me to you. And then once I've got the intensity I'm looking for there, I'm going to go into some of my colors. So grabbing a nice fluffy brush, I'm going to take the sort of lilac, I don't know how to describe this color, kind of like warm rosy lilac color, and start by putting that under the eyes, just to give a little bit of shadow, a little bit of definition, and just making sure that that's really nicely blended, and then taking it up a little bit. This is kind of just feeling out whether or not I like the color on the top, and I do, so I'm going to go in with it a little bit more, creating sort of like that outer V shape, and then eventually I want more intensity, so I'm like, fuck it, and I just go to like a straight up fluffy brush. Now these shadows are like extremely chalky, which means that they're really, really finely milled and dry, sort of like powdery, almost like creamy dry, I don't know, but you're going to get a ton of fallout. So if you've already done your full face like I have, you're going to need to go in and sweep out the fallout at some point. So just be mindful of that. If you didn't set your entire face, then it's going to stick. So keep that in mind. They're great shadows because of the color payoff and sort of the effects that you can get, but they're not so great in the sense that you do get a ton of fallout. They're extremely powdery in the palette and otherwise, so just keep it in mind. You get what you pay for in this sense, at least. So I'm just going in now with a bit of a darker shade. I believe this is the gray toned shade, and I'm just kind of running that on the outer corners and then just on the outer part of under the eye as well, just to create a little bit more depth, a little bit more shadow. Then going back into that same sort of lilac-y rosy tone and just blending everything out, making sure it's all nice and smooth and seamless. The good thing about sort of chalky shadows is they're really easy to blend, I find. The thing that they're not easy to do is get good color payoff and make it last forever. So then my favorite mascara from the drugstore, the Lash Sensational. Y'all know the fucking drill. I love the curved wand on this mascara. I love how black it is. I love the way it makes my lashes look when it's brand new, when it's kind of older, so yeah. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more of me doing my mascara. I know it's kind of boring, but for the people who don't really know how to get like a good lash, this is what I do. I never really wear falsies unless I'm like going to an event or doing something where it's, or I'm just in the mood, but on a day-to-day basis I just rock my natural lashes. And this mascara gives me the confidence to do it. On a side note, I never use waterproof mascara, and if I do, I layer it on top of non-waterproof mascara so that it's still easy to wash off. Going into brows, just using a nice brow gel today from the drugstore. This is the Essence Make Me Brow. Of all the drugstore brow gels that I've tried, this one is my favorite, especially for the price point. Like, if you find any product in your makeup routine that is Essence that you love, just go for it, because you can't beat the price. And that's it, my beautiful people. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you're looking for more inspiration for easy, simple daytime glam, then you know where to find me. And until the next one, thanks for watching.